Well, shit, man, he's back. I tell ya, he's back. Looking even more less animated than his original masked brethren, and even more Frankenstein and long-headed. I mean, I don't know this guy. I probably shouldn't be making fun of him, but he is awfully pro-war. Oh, look, he just blinked. But this guy, I'm telling you, he's back, so it looks like he's alive. Although, again, less animated than the masked dude.
Meaningless. They're either going to give up the material and a vow to not have nuclear weapons, or they'll never
just not moving.
It's very clear and simple. The president said
look, he's moving his head even less than the original masked guy. Let's take a journey back, shall we? So there I was last week, minding my own business, scrolling through Instagram, and all of a sudden this dude pops up. And essentially, it just says this dude appears to be wearing a realistic face mask. And then they zoom in on his neck, and I'm just like, what the hell? I was so gobsmacked by this. But even here, look, he's moving his head way more than the other dude. This guy blinks even less than the guy with the shiny bald head. And his shoulders seem tense. If I didn't know any better, which maybe I don't, I would swear this guy had an invisible hot teacup of water on his head that he didn't want to spill. And he just looks like he's trying so hard not to move his shoulders. But even still, just look at them side to side. Doesn't the guy with the tan jacket look a lot younger than the guy with the red tie? The guy with the red tie who's supposed to be purportedly the real guy? And don't their eyes look so different? Like the guy with the red tie, don't his eyes look wider set? And actually, now that I'm looking at it, the guy with the tan jacket and the mask, his eyes look sort of almost detached from the face too. And of course they both have neck shadows, but I mean, obviously one is up higher, one is lower, and I know lighting is a tricky thing, but the shape of the head isn't even the same. It's just barely the same. Like I said, the guy with the red tie, the ostensibly real guy, his head looks more oblong and Frankensteinian. And the guy with the tan jacket just looks like his head has been dipped in olive oil. Not reminding me much of this. And this. I want to dip my bald head in oil and rub it all over your body. Remember that episode of Seinfeld? Oh my God, that's totally what this guy reminds me of in the tan jacket. And oh my God, and also too, like their ears are shorter. Like everything looks shorter on the guy with the tan jacket, including his personality, including his shoulders, like just everything. And the shoulders look less tense on the guy with the tan jacket. I could have a field day just looking at this all day. This is like a piece of artwork. This like triptych, or actually it's not a triptych, it's a duotych, it's a stereo. I mean, like seriously, where is Andy Warhol when you need him? I mean, dude, seriously, dude. Could you not just see a Warholian depiction such as this splayed out across a magazine cover of these two most curious gentlemen? That said, I had a bit of difficulty finding both of these videos on the Fox News YouTube channel, but they're both plainly visible on Ginza. As rumor had it, they did remove the commenting capability from the Fox News videos, especially the masked guy, as soon as they put it up and realized that people were realizing what was going on. And Ginza is no different. Ginza, aka the Jewish Institute for National Security of America, which is fitting because a lot of the masked dudes' rhetoric and the non-masked dudes' rhetoric did really fit something that Netanyahu could have said. So my first thought, like everyone else's, was like, what would be the reason for doing something like this? And my first thought was that someone needs to do a wellness check on this guy, the guy in the red tie, who we now maybe is pretty well, unless that's a clone of him, in which case, where is the guy? Because I'm thinking, my first thought was I'm thinking that maybe the general no longer agrees with either anti-Iranian regime, either the U.S. or Israel, and is no longer at liberty to provide talking points, and as a result has been disappeared, like all those UFO, jet propulsion, and green scientists. My other thought was that he had to be in two places at the same time, two places at once, and he's one of the few generals that gives such pro-war talking points. My other thought that this was done as a distraction for us to defer from talking about the substance of the war to talking about the guy talking about the war. And then, this is a good one. Pardon, and you'll have to excuse me, but I got me a wee bit of diarrhea. Yep, he had diarrhea. That's why he couldn't perform, as the kids say. Actually, the kids don't say that. I don't know why I'm saying that. But yeah, so Weird Al Franken unveiled his character, Liam the Loose-Bowed Leprechaun, that he introduced on Conan in 1997, but maybe this is like Liam come to life. He does look kind of like a leprechaun, the guy with the mask. He's got that round, happy head. And then I was also thinking, just like the story that Jonna Mendez told. Jonna Mendez was a CIA agent during the George W. Bush administration, and she went in the Oval Office back in about 2000 wearing a mask just to see if George W. was any the wiser, and he wasn't. Of course, he wasn't really that wise anyway, but she totally fooled him. So George W. pays less attention than we do, and that's something to live by. Or, oh yeah, I had to go there, reptilian style. This is actually a toy that my friend Travis discovered. Well, he rediscovered it from back in the 80s because he used to have this toy back in the 80s, and then he saw an ad for it a while back, and he showed it to me, and I thought it was pretty funny. But I don't know. Sometimes I wonder, too, if, how they say around Halloween the veil gets thin, and that's when we're more prone to seeing ghosts or whatnot. I just wonder if in certain cycles of the world and in the universe, if we're more prone to seeing aliens, alien life, or what's really underneath certain people or entities. And I wonder if this time is such a time. Plus, I think it's pretty prescient and interesting because one of these people, reptilians, kind of looks like one of our current leaders, at least from the front view. And if the current leader did not wear sunglasses, although I guess the last leader we had did wear sunglasses, from the side, he really looks more like... Oh yeah, you guessed it. Yep, he kind of looks like Sean Cassidy from the side. It's pretty funny. And not only that, Sean Cassidy's back out on tour. Coincidence? I think not. That said, tell me what you think, tell me what you know, and peace out.